I would say that since World War II, America has come to play more and more of a new kind of role in the world. It's inherited the imperial role that used to be played by the British and the French. The people who plan the foreign policies of America have known for 60 or 70 years that we are living way beyond our means, that if we are an isolated, insular economy in the continental United States, we will not sustain the standard of living we have. War conspiracy, I do not mean that there's some kind of master war room where they're working out all the details. I mean that there are things going on that the newspapers don't write about, and the fact that certain aspects of our government are suppressed makes them even more powerful, because they're not controlled in the usual way by rational debate. They just happen. Myth of bureaucracies are accountable. You know, we have a kind of myth about our society that our bureaucracies are accountable, and when I wrote The War Conspiracy, I talked about a system of politics in which accountability is consciously diminished. I was making the point about Vietnam that very big, powerful bureaucracies are not accountable at all, most notably the CIA. Parapolitics is something that is controlled, which is manipulated to get us into Vietnam. People know it's there, but they don't talk about it in political science classes. I know, because I used to take and teach those classes. The CIA is a big example of this. The CIA has not only been allied with the oil companies in the sense of placing their people with them, but a lot of descendants of oil families. A very common pattern is for sons to go into the CIA. I wouldn't say that those economic issues of fighting over resources and so on are the only explanation to war, but I think it is recurringly the explanation of the biggest wars between the biggest powers. So what do you want to ask me? I think wars arise when people are faced with intolerable conditions. Sometimes it's economic, sometimes it may be ideological. You know, I mean, there are certain forms of Islam, for example, fighting right now where it's a more cultural than an economic matter. But when you are living in a society based on injustice, there's like a time bomb ticking. I mean, someday you'll have to pay the price for that. It's not a stable, permanent sort of thing. And if we don't change our behavior, we're going to see more of that kind of war. This is the Guerrilla News Network.